There are 23 platforms that you can connect Printful to, and some of them you may never have even heard of. In this video, I want to go through every single one of those companies for you so that you can decide if you are potentially missing out on some of them. This will be a quick, informative video without any personal bias. All the information has been taken directly from Printful. It's just based on facts and that kind of stuff. So I won't be saying, oh, go for this one, it's better than this one, right? I just want to tell you as it is. I have all the information on my computer here just because, well, 23 companies, I can't remember 23 companies off the top of my head. But anyways, the categories we're going to be comparing is the type, the setup time, what it's best for, the price, the products pushed to store, if they are or they're not, if it displays out of stock, if there's live shipping rates, and if it's open source. All of these factors are really, really important when you want to be connecting a company like Printful to another company, let's say Etsy or Squarespace, right? It doesn't really matter. There are so many of them. As well as that, I want to tell you the very basic step-by-step that Printful actually instruct if it is something you want to do. And if you want me to go into any more detail on any of these companies in particular, then just let me know in the comments down below which companies you want to learn more about, and then I can make some more dedicated videos about the connection between Printful and that company. Very similar to my video where I made about Printful and Etsy. Now, before getting into it, let me just quickly say Printful is a print-on-demand company, but they don't really have a marketplace or they don't really have a website or anything. It's literally just kind of like a manufacturer. You connect it to one of these 23 places, and then when you get an order, Printful will print that order and they will fulfill that order, and that's how, you know, they work. So they're very different to the likes of Teespring or Motif or even Redbubble or Amazon. They're quite unique actually, and I think this video will be really helpful for anyone who is already using Printful, who wants to use Printful, but just want to know, you know, what platforms they can integrate with. Let's get started. I'm going to power through these. I've got them all on my computer ready to go. We're going to start with Shopify. Printful integrates beautifully with Shopify. The type is an e-commerce platform. The setup time is very fast. It's best for small businesses. The price, well, you've got the transaction fee and the subscription, and then you've also got the Shopify fee of $29. Are the products pushed to store? Yes. Displays out of stock? Yes. Live shipping rate? Yes. And is it open source? No. So basically Shopify is a really cool platform where you can build an entire website and you can connect, well, various different print-on-demand companies, but Printful being the main one. And the reason I like Shopify is because it's very simple, very easy to use. Now, in terms of connecting it, well, you've got 5 steps. Step 1 is you want to connect your Shopify store. So you have to get the Printful app, which is free on the Shopify App Store. Once you do that, you just create your products. You can start doing this within Printful and they get pushed to the store. You can use Design Maker to create embroidery products or whatever you want to do. And then you have to set up the shipping, the billing, and the taxes. And in fact, I have actually made a full video on this one because I know Shopify is so popular between, you know, the print-on-demand community. I have actually made a dedicated video. Anyway, step 4, then you can get notified with oncoming orders, and once you get everything set up, you can actually start getting orders and they'll automatically be sent to Printful for fulfillment. And once that's done, you can just sit back. If you've got ads running or you've got social media campaigns running or something, sales will just come in and it can pretty much be automatic. Right, that was Shopify. Let's go on to the next one. I'm going to try and do these quickly, otherwise, you know, this is going to be a very long video. Right, you've got Etsy. So Etsy is a marketplace, and the difference between a marketplace and an e-commerce store is with Shopify, you had to send your own traffic. With Etsy, they have their own traffic already. So the setup time is very fast. Best for artists and beginners. The price, well, you have 5% transaction fee plus 20 cents to publish a product. So if you want to upload a t-shirt to Etsy, it's going to cost you 20 cents. Unless, by the way, you use the link down below and you get 40 free listings. Are the products pushed to your store? Yes. Displays out of stock? Yes. Live shipping rates? No. And is it open source? No. So just a bit about Etsy. Etsy is a platform where you upload products. It's a lot of handmade, custom kind of stuff, and it has a hell of a lot of traffic. So that's the benefit of selling on Etsy. However, you do also get a lot of competition when you have that much traffic and that big of a company. Right, now the steps to do this. Well, I'll tell you the quick 5-step process to do this, but I have created an entire video. It was like 35-40 minutes long of how to connect your Printful with Etsy properly. But either way, you want to start by opening an Etsy store. Creating an Etsy seller account is free. Then you want to connect it to Printful and authorize the API access to your account. Once you do that, you create some products in Printful and you push them to your store, and they'll be saved as drafts. Then you've got to go into Etsy and actually publish those products, and then you're good to go. You can market those products if you want, or you can just wait around and see if you get sales with Etsy's own traffic. Right, moving on to the next one. The next one is WooCommerce. WooCommerce. All right, so WooCommerce is an e-commerce platform similar to Shopify. The setup time is moderate. It's not that fast because, WooCommerce, you've got to set up everything, right? It's best for e-commerce experts, developers, and large retailers. Price, you've got to pay for hosting to actually run your WooCommerce store. Are the products pushed to store? Yes. Displays out of stock? Yes. Live shipping rates? Yes. And is it open source? Yes, that's really cool. So WooCommerce is basically a really customizable e-commerce platform. It's one of the most customizable e-commerce platforms. So it's a great way for you. And by the way, WooCommerce can connect to other platforms like WordPress and all these other things. So it's a great way for you to create a professional, big time website. Now, in terms of the step-by-step, well, first you have to install the Printful WooCommerce plugin and connect your store to Printful. Once you've done that, you can add your products to the store with Printful's product push generator, and it just takes a few minutes. And then you have to create shipping prices and set up the tax for your orders. And once you've done that, you've just got to start sending traffic to your WooCommerce store, and everything else will just kind of fall into place. Right, let's have a look at the next one. The next one is Wix. Wix is a cool one. So Wix is another e-commerce platform. The setup time is pretty fast. However, creating the website for Wix can take you a bit of time depending on how complicated you want that website to be. It's best for small businesses, and the price, well, you have a subscription starting at $23 per month plus some form of a transaction fee. Now, Wix do have a lot of discounts here and there, so just, maybe just search around really. I have videos where there's actually a Wix discount included. So just, do a bit of research and you could find a better price. Now, products pushed to store, yes. Displays out of stock, yes. Live shipping rates, yes. And is it open source? No. So Wix is basically a website builder, similar to Squarespace, similar to Xero, and it's really cool, right? You're able to create an entirely amazing looking website, right? I've created a really cool website like this one, right? A really cool website using Wix. So you could do something very similar and just make it your shop, your storefront. And I do actually have a tutorial on how to use Wix and Printful together. I'll link it down below if I can remember. Hopefully I can remember. But either way, let me just quickly go through the steps if you don't want to watch that tutorial. First, you need to create your store on Wix, and then you need to connect the Printful account via the Printful app from the Wix app market. Then you want to use Printful's free designer to customize the products, or you can use Photoshop or Canva and upload the designs. Then you need to add your billing methods, your shipping rates, and all that kind of stuff so that customers know how they can pay and so that they can actually pay. Then once you do that, you get a sale. Printful will, be notified, and then they will go and ship, or they'll print and ship that item out. And then that's when you can kind of sit back. You can just start running traffic to it, social media campaigns. It's similar to the other platforms like Shopify, Right, moving on to the next one. So the next one's going to be Squarespace. Squarespace is another e-commerce platform. The setup time is moderate, but then again, I would say the setup time is very similar to Wix. It's best for artists and beginners. And in terms of price, you've got to pay for a subscription starting at $26 per month plus a 3% transaction fee, and that's business plan only. Are the products pushed to store? Yes. Displays out of stock? Nope. Live shipping rates? Nope. And is it open source? No. Now, with Squarespace, the reason I like Squarespace is because it's a very clean, very, very clean platform where you can create stunning looking websites without too much clutter, and it's very, very easy, right? Creating a website is really simple, and a lot of people, they just find it daunting to create a website with all the different pages and all that kind of stuff. With Squarespace, after like a 5-10 minute tutorial on how to use the platform, you should be good to go. So in terms of the steps, well, you can connect your store to Printful in a matter of a few clicks. You just have to upload your design and start selling. A customer visits your Squarespace store, and then once you receive an order, it gets sent to Printful. Printful automatically receive it, and they print it and ship it, right? And then you get charged your fulfillment fee. Printful will then ship your order under your own Squarespace brand. So it's actually really, really cool. However, out of all of these, actually, no, I said I'm not going to give my own personal opinion on them, but I haven't used Squarespace with Printful. To me, it just sounded a bit complicated, but either way, let's go on to the next one, Webflow. Webflow is another e-commerce platform. The setup time is moderate. It's best for artists and beginners. The price is starting at $42 a month or $29 a month billed annually. So it's quite a hefty price there. Products are pushed to store, yes. Displays out of stock, yes. Live shipping rates, no. And is it open source? No. Webflow is just another one of those in-browser design tools in e-commerce, and it allows you to build, quite a powerful website where you can send people to and eventually, get sales. So let me just quickly tell you the steps. You create your account with Webflow, and then you connect your Printful account from your Printful dashboard. So when you actually go to the Printful dashboard, you'll see all the different platforms it can connect to. Right? Once you do that, you can customize any one of Printful's products, and then you can add them to your Webflow store. Once you do that, you need to add billing methods, shipping rates, and customers can buy your products. And once they've bought your products, Printful will print, well, if they're embroidering, they'll do that, they'll package it, they'll ship it out, and send it directly to your customer under your brand name. So that's quite a cool one, right? And in all honesty, you don't have to use any of these, but the more you use, the more chance you have of getting sales. But it's very important to know this, that if the type is e-commerce platform, then having lots and lots of e-commerce platforms might not make sense, because for each e-commerce platform, you are going to have to send your own traffic to. So it makes sense to have, lots and lots of marketplaces like Amazon, Etsy, that kind of stuff, right? Redbubble, if you want to use Redbubble at this point. But it makes a lot of sense to have a lot of platforms like that. But to have a lot of platforms where, you're paying for ads, why would you pay for ads for 20 different platforms? So what I would say is, once you've seen all of these platforms, pick the best one, or the one that relates to you or speaks to you the most, and go for that one. Right, you've then got ECWID. ECWID is another e-commerce platform. The setup time is fast. It's best for small businesses, and in terms of price, it starts at around $15.99 per month. Your products are pushed to the store. They do display out of stock. You do have live shipping rates. And is it open source? No. Now, ECWID is actually used by over 1 million merchants, which is pretty ridiculous, right? And it's just a great e-commerce platform for smaller businesses to open their online store. Right, now let's just quickly go through the steps that Printful lay out. Step one is you've got to sign up or log in to ECWID, and then to integrate Printful, you need a venture plan or hire. Once you do that, you can find the Printful app on the ECWID app marketplace, and then you can install it. Once you do that, you can sync the products that you created on Printful to ECWID. Once you start getting sales, Printful will package, ship, and send them out to your customer. Right, let's power through some of these. After ECWID, we have BigCommerce. BigCommerce is an e-commerce platform. The setup time is pretty fast. Best for small businesses. Price is starting at $29.95 per month. Products are pushed to store, yes. They display out of stock, yes. Live shipping rates, no. And open source, no. Now, BigCommerce is an e-commerce store builder with quite a large set of tools for SEO. So if you're into SEO, if that's the world that you came from, you might want to use a platform like BigCommerce, with business reports, marketing, all of that kind of stuff. Now, Printful steps, they don't have very many of them, but what they say is add your BigCommerce store through your Printful dashboard. So again, through the big website where you can click specific platforms. Once you do that, you can design stuff on Printful and then sync it to your BigCommerce store for automatic order fulfillment. So that's really cool that when an order comes through, it will be automatic. Once you do that, you can just start selling products on your BigCommerce store. I know it sounds simple, and a lot of these steps are very, very basic, but like I said, I wanted to fly through these, and then if any of these platforms interested you particularly, then I would be able to create specific videos on them. But if I was going to go into detail for each of these 23 platforms, we would be here for many, many years. So let's go on to the next one, PrestaShop. PrestaShop is another e-commerce platform. The setup time is moderate. It's best for e-commerce experts, developers, and large retailers. The price, well, you have to pay for hosting, like our website hosting. Are the products pushed to store? Yes. Displaying out of stock? No. Live shipping rates? No. And is it open source? Yes. So PrestaShop is one of the biggest open source e-commerce platforms. It's got over 300,000 businesses all over the world. So that's pretty cool. Now, in terms of the steps that Printful lay out, you've got to use Printful's PrestaShop add-on to connect your store to Printful, and this is totally free, so don't worry about that. And then you can design custom products on Printful, add them to Printful, and sync them to your PrestaShop. And don't worry, there is automatic fulfillment, so that's really, really good, because anyone that doesn't have automatic fulfillment nowadays, What are they doing? Right, so then once you do that, you've got to set up your shipping, you've got to set up your billing info so your customers can start actually purchasing your stuff. And then once you do that, you can start getting sales, and then Printful will do the shipping, the printing, all of that kind of stuff. Right, after PrestaShop, we have Square. Not Squarespace, just Square. Square is an e-commerce platform, and the setup time is moderate. It's best for artists and beginners. The price is 2.9% plus a 30-cent transaction fee, so it's not so bad. Products push to store? Yes. Do they display out of stock? Yes. Live shipping rate? No. And is it open source? No. So from the payment giant Square comes a brand new e-commerce platform that allows you to easily create websites, code free, like Squarespace and all the other platforms. You don't need to be able to code or do anything in the back end. They have a free plan. However, you can upgrade to one of their paid plans for more advanced features. Now, in terms of setting this up, step one would be creating an account with Square, then connecting your Printful account from your Printful dashboard through that website. Then you want to customize any of the hundreds and hundreds of Printful products that they have, and then those products will be added to your Square store. Once you do that, you need to add your billing and your shipping methods so your customers can actually buy your products. And once you do that, Printful will automatically print and ship your items out directly to your customer with your brand name. So that's pretty cool. Right, moving on to the next one, we have Amazon. Now, this isn't Amazon merch. This is more like Amazon FBA. So Amazon is a marketplace. We know that, right? They have their own traffic. The setup time is slow. And I'm saying that because Amazon can be a bit difficult at times. It's best for small businesses, but to be honest, it could work for slightly bigger businesses as well. The price, well, you have referral fees plus subscription, and it starts at $39.99 a month. So it's quite an expensive one. It's similar to Amazon FBA, except it's not really FBA because Printful will be fulfilling the orders. Right, are the products pushed to store? Yes. Do they display out of stock? No. Live shipping rate? No. And is it open source? No. So Amazon is basically the world's biggest marketplace, well, ever. I think it's overtaken Walmart now. It's absolutely huge. And it's just great for someone who really wants to be on a platform that is so vast. So in terms of setting it up with Amazon, here are the 4 steps that Printful lay out. You have to integrate your Amazon store with Printful, and you need a professional seller's plan on Amazon to do this. It costs $39.99 per month, plus there are referral fees. Then you need to request an Amazon GTIN exemption. Once you do that, once you get your GTI exemption approved, connect Printful to your Amazon store. Once you do that, you can use the product push generator to edit and automatically send products from Printful to your store. And then again, once you start getting orders, it will just be automatic there. Right, so moving on to the next one. The next one is eBay. eBay, again, is a marketplace. And this is the type of place where I would say, you want to have your stuff. You want to have your stuff on Amazon and eBay and all the marketplaces you can possibly imagine, because the more marketplaces you're on, the more chances of you getting sales without you having to drive your own traffic, which is always really useful. The setup time is also slow. It's best for small businesses. There's a 10% transaction fee and a 35-cent fee to publish products. The products are pushed to store? Yes. To display out of stock? No. Live shipping rates? No. And is it open source? No. Now about eBay. Well, eBay have over 109 million monthly visitors and is pretty much an industry leader, as Printful says it. I would say eBay is one of the biggest after Amazon in terms of, traffic and getting sales and everything. Now, eBay very much used to be known as this secondhand marketplace, but it's changed quite a bit actually. And now there's a lot of people who just sell brand new items on eBay. So definitely give eBay a go. Now, the steps that Printful lay out, they say start an eBay store for free, log into your account, or if you have one, you can just log in, sign up or log into your Printful account and connect it to eBay. So go to the dashboard and connect it to eBay and get your eBay store up and running with some print-on-demand products. So create products on Printful and push them to your eBay store. And then you need to set up your shipping, your tax details, and make sure your eBay store is all ready to go and it's running smoothly. And then you can either start marketing your eBay stuff, or you can just leave it for someone to find organically, and Printful will take care of the shipping and the printing and all of that kind of stuff. Right, after eBay, we have Big Cartel. Big Cartel is an e-commerce platform, so you've got to run your own traffic. The setup time is fast, best for artists and beginners. The price, well, you've got the subscription starting at $9.99 per month, and that is for a limited number of products. The product push to store? Yes. Displays out of stock? No. Live shipping rates? No. And is it open source? No. Now, Big Cartel is an e-commerce platform made for independent artists and creators. And to be honest, it's made more than 2.5 billion in revenue, so it's definitely not one to look over. Now, in terms of how to do this, well, Printful lay out 3 steps. You've got to use your Printful dashboard to integrate to Big Cartel, and you just have to click Big Cartel and integrate it through there in the Printful area. And then all you have to do is add the designs, your designs to Printful and push them to your store. Printful have over like 300 and something products that you could actually use. And then once you do that, someone buys on Big Cartel, Printful will do all the fulfillment, they'll do all of that kind of stuff, so you don't have to worry. Right, the next one is Wish. Now, Wish, the type is a marketplace. We all know Wish, gotta love Wish. The setup time is moderate, it's best for small businesses. The price, well, there's a free subscription, and there's also a percentage of the revenue, so it varies from seller to seller. The products push to store, yes. Displays out of stock, yes. Live shipping rates, no. Open source, no. So this is another one which you should definitely consider doing, just because of the marketplace aspect and the free traffic you'll be getting. So Wish is actually the #1 mobile shopping app in 42 countries, and it has 500 million users worldwide. So it's definitely not one to ignore. It just pretty much makes a very good marketplace for selling your print-on-demand stuff. Now, in terms of setting up, first you've got to set up your merchant account with Wish, and then wait for Wish to approve your store. It usually takes 3 business days. Once your store is approved by Wish, connect it to your Printful account and confirm access to your store. And then you can use Printful's designer, or you can upload to Printful, add stuff, and then push those things to your store. You've got to then set up shipping rates so customers can actually pay for their orders and pay for their shipping. And once you do that, Printful will prepare any sales you eventually get. They'll print them and they'll ship them out to your customer. So definitely put Wish on your list if it wasn't, just based on the fact that it was a marketplace. But after Wish, we have Weebly. Weebly is an e-commerce platform. Its setup time is moderate. It's best for artists and beginners. The price is a percentage plus a percentage of the transaction fee plus a subscription starting at $12 per month, and that's an annual subscription. The products are pushed to store. The products do display out of stock, yes. Live shipping rates, no. Open source, no. Now, Weebly is a drag and drop website builder, basically like all the other website builders at this point, and it allows business owners to create websites, blogs, storefronts, all that kind of stuff. So think of the Wixes and the Squarespaces and the Zyros of this world. Weebly is just another one of those things. So potentially a great platform for you. Now, in terms of how to do it, well, you got to create a Weebly store and choose the Pro, Business, or Business Plus plans, and then you've got to install the Printful app to connect your store to Printful. You could probably do this on Weebly itself. Customize your products and then push them to your Weebly store. So add products to Printful to their product uploader, and then you push them to the Weebly store. And then you've got to configure your shipping prices and apply tax to your orders. And once you do that, your store's ready to go. It's ready to get traffic, and Printful will print and ship those items out. No problem. Right, after Weebly, we have Magneto. This sounds cool just because I'm a huge X-Men fan. Either way, this is an e-commerce platform. The setup time is quite slow. It's best for developers, large retailers, or e-commerce experts. That sounds cool. Magneto is open source and is free, plus hosting expenses or Magneto Commerce, starting at $20,000 per year. Quite a big one. The products are pushed to store, yes. Does it display out of stock? Yes. Live shipping rates, no. And is it open source? Yes. So Magneto is basically the big dog when it comes to open source platforms. It has quite a cool tool set, and it has a dedicated user base, and they have seriously advanced features, and that's why it's for developers, large retailers, and e-commerce experts. So how to set this up? Well, create your store with Magneto, then connect your Printful account by adding the Printful module to your store. Use Printful's product push generator to add your designs to Printful, and then they'll get pushed to the Magneto store. And then you've got to set up your billing methods, your shipping rates, and any tax stuff that you have to sort out, and that way customers can pay for their orders. And then Printful will do the handling, they'll do the shipping, they'll do the fulfillment, they'll do everything under your brand name, and they'll notify you whenever you actually end up getting an order. So this seems like quite a big dog platform. All right, the next one is Store Envy. Store Envy is another marketplace. In fact, I've never even heard of this marketplace, so this is just a great way to potentially get more sales. The setup time is fast. It's for artists and beginners. There's a free sign up, but there's 15% commission on the total sale. The products are pushed to store. Yes, it does display out of stock. There is no live shipping rates, and it's not open source. So Store Envy is an online marketplace connecting indie and up and coming brands with customers all over the world. So I'm going to do more research into Store Envy, because if I'm able to get more sales from a marketplace where I don't have to send traffic, I'm definitely up for that. Now, Printful steps. So step 1, sign up for free and set up your Store Envy shop. Authorize the Printful app on your Store Envy account. Right, once you do that, you can design products on Printful and then sync them with your Store Envy shop. And then once you do that, you can promote your Store Envy shop, or you can just let the organic traffic come and get sales. And once you do that, Printful will actually, or when you get a sale, I should say, Printful will take care of the rest. So you don't really have to worry past, setting up your store and actually creating some products. The next one is Gumroad. Gumroad is another e-commerce platform. Now the setup time is fast. It's best for artists and beginners. The price is 8.5% plus 30 cents per transaction, or $10 per month subscription, plus 3.5% or a 30 cent. Okay, so let me just explain that again because that's confusing. You have an 8.5% plus a 30 cent transaction. Or if you want to go for the $10 per month subscription, you only have a 3.5% plus 30 cents per transaction fee. So it's a bit cheaper depending on how many sales. If you're not getting any sales, then you probably don't want to go for the $10 per month. But if you're getting a lot of sales, $10 per month makes a lot more sense just because it's a much lower percentage that they're taking. The products are not pushed to store. That's a big one. It does not display out of stock. There are no live shipping rates and it's not open source. So Gumroad basically is an online selling platform that connects creators and shoppers everywhere, as Printful puts it. But it doesn't automatically connect, which is very, very annoying. You have to do it yourself. So step 1 is adding your Gumroad store through your Printful dashboard. The next is designing, uploading onto Printful, and then syncing products with your Gumroad store. And once you do that, there will be automatic fulfillment. So it's not actually so bad. So when you get a sale, you can either, because it's an e-commerce platform, you can drive the traffic to it. Then Printful will automatically print and ship that item and take care of that order for you. Right, after Gumroad, we have Nuven Shop or Tyne Danube. I don't know what these names are, but either way, this is another e-commerce platform. The setup time is moderate. It's best for artists and beginners. It's cost $1.99, and there is a subscription starting at $49.99 per month. There's a free 30-day trial as well, so definitely potentially give that a go. The products are push to store, yes. Displays out of stock, yes. Live shipping rates, no. And is it open source? No. Now, Nuven Shop is a leading e-commerce platform in Latin America, right? It serves around 80,000 merchants across Brazil, Argentina, and Mexico. And it's pretty cool, right? So if you're selling a lot in that area of the world, that market, this could be a good website because people could be used to it. They could be happy to see it. So the steps that Printful lay out. Step 1 is create your account with Nuven Shop, then connect your Printful account from your Printful dashboard. Once you do that, you have to add designs to your Printful store, your Printful account, and then push them to your Nuven Shop. Add your billing methods and shipping rates so customers can then buy your products. And then when a customer orders, Printful will automatically embroider if that's what they're ordering, or they'll automatically print and ship that item out to your customer using your brand name. So that's a pretty cool one if you're selling in Latin America. Right, the next one is ShipStation. We have just 4 left. ShipStation is an e-commerce platform. Its setup time is moderate. It's best for developers, large retailers, and e-commerce experts. Its price is a subscription starting at $9 per month, so not very expensive. Products push to store, no. Displays out of stock, no. And live shipping rates, no. And open source, no. ShipStation is basically a web-based shipping solution that helps e-commerce retailers import, organize, and ship orders really quickly. So I can see why this is for the big time people. Now, in order to set this up, step 1 would be registering to set up your ShipStation account, then connect your e-commerce store to your ShipStation account, then integrate your ShipStation account with Printful. Quite a few steps here, and then orders in your ShipStation account will be synced with Printful and then automatically fulfilled on Printful. So quite a few different things you got to connect here, but once you get that all set up, it does make sense. And again, like we said, it's for developers, large retailers, and e-commerce experts. So not really beginners or people who aren't in this big time. The next is 3D Cart. 3D Cart is a third-party integration. Its setup time is moderate. It's best for small businesses. The price is a monthly subscription of $9.50 per month, and that's an annual subscription. The products are pushed to store. Displays out of stock, no. Live shipping rates, no. And open source, no. Now, 3D Cart is a platform for people who want to just... Now, 3D Cart is a platform based around mobile commerce, and it has really, really beautiful themes, really nice themes, and it can look really perfect on a mobile. All you need to do is install the Printful app on 3D Cart, create a 3D Cart store within Printful, link your 3D Cart store to Printful with an API key, and once you do that, you can import your products, and then you can start getting orders, and Printful again will ship and print those items. Launchcart is a third-party integration. Again, the setup time is fast. It's for brands and influencers. It's a free sign up plus a 3% transaction fee. The products are pushed to store. There's no, they do not display out of stock. There's no live shipping rates, and it's not open source. And this is just a really easy platform that specializes in managing the aspects of an e-commerce store. So it just helps manage, that e-commerce store. And in terms of setting it up, well, you have to create a launch cart account, you have to add new products, and then you can connect your launch cart to Printful. And once you do that, then Printful can do, everything else. So the third-party integration ones are a bit odd, I'm going to be honest with you. I would say maybe don't focus on third-party integrations unless you are a big influencer and you've got something to connect it to. And finally, we have the Printful API. The Printful API is an open source platform. The setup time is very slow. It's best for developers and large retailers. The price is free, but it requires a significant investment in terms of developer resources. The products are pushed to store, yes. Displays out of stock, no. Live shipping rates, no. And it's open source, no. And this is basically where you can create a completely custom integration with your store through Printful's own API. API, by the way, stands for Application Programming Interface, but I'm not going to get into the confusing stuff. Now, in terms of how to do this, this is its own thing, and there aren't really specific steps. If you're not a developer, then this is going to be very difficult unless you hire a developer. And because I'm not a developer, even I struggle to understand this fully. But basically, you don't need the API to use Printful, but the API is basically just a way for Printful to automatically push products to store and automatically do everything. You don't need to use the API, you can do it manually. But to be honest, the API is kind of like what we see with Printful and Shopify, or Printful and Etsy, or Printful and Wix, right? It's kind of like Printful's API within those stores. So I thought I'd mention it as it's on Printful's website as its own thing, but you don't need to really worry about this. And there you have it. I did say this is going to be a hell of a lot of print-on-demand companies, or places to connect your Printful stores, right? 23 different companies. That's a lot. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me know in the comments, how many have you integrated with? So if you're using Printful, how many of those 23 have you integrated with? And are you seeing success with any of them? Let me know in the comments. And I would highly recommend checking out this video, which is how to set up Printful and Etsy. Etsy is probably my favorite, even though I said I wouldn't pick a favorite. It just makes the most sense. But then again, you've also got Amazon and eBay. But if you want to see how to set up Printful and Etsy, check the video out, and I'll show you exactly how to do that.